Second Nature for Children is in the house. I hope everyone is doing well. Family, we like 1 day behind. Normally, me and Coach will come in and we'll shoot on Sunday night. But Coach, for some odd reason, last night I had a storm that come through here and wipe my lights out about 6:30. You and I would normally come on at 8 o'clock and give our views on some things, and always focusing definitely on the Black community. And so I called Georgia Power, and Georgia Power told me when they called me back, Coach, they say, your lights will be back on June the 26th at 6 p.m. Yesterday was the 25th. And then, they don't give you anyone to talk to, so you just got a recording. Yeah, you just got a recording. So we didn't get a chance to shoot last night, but they did come back on about 3 a.m. So we are roaring and ready to go. So I'm glad to have you in the house. And family, as you coming into the room, make sure, family, we got to support ourselves. We're going to talk a little bit about that tonight as well. Make sure you subscribe and hit that thumbs up, and make sure that you share this information with yourself and someone you know. Because one thing about Second Nature for Children, and since Coach been coming on and the videos that I put out, a lot of facts, more than just believing, a lot of facts. And it seemed like a lot of time us people of color, we run away from the truth, but we got to begin to face the truth. And so we want to talk about what Blacks have to do to move forward. I just want you to think about that for a second. What Blacks, what us as a people, what we have to do, because from my observation, like I always say, from my experience, and from me just observing, I see that we have become stagnant. We have become comfortable, and we're not doing anything from my observation for us to move forward. And so that's why I'm excited about the challenge that I'm putting out. And we're going to start this challenge August the 1st, where it'll be the first week of August. So I look at a calendar, and what I would like for everyone to do on this challenge is something that you've been struggling with, some job, career, something that you've been working to do, but you haven't gotten started yet. So for this 7 days, for that first week in August, I don't know if it's losing weight. I don't know if it's to stop eating meat. I don't know if it's to stop doing drugs, alcohol, whatever it is. I want you to take the challenge and see, can you give it up? I know you can. For 7 days. And believe me, once you learn how to control certain things and get your mindset right, I guarantee you, here goes another fact, it'll help change your life. Facts. So, Coach, let's jump in and let's deal with what Blacks have to do to move forward. What we have to do as a people, Coach. I'll let you share your perspective as a people. What you think that we have to do? Because, like I said a little earlier, I think we're stuck and we have gotten comfortable. I think we've been rocked to sleep. I really do. What you think we have to do as a people to move forward?
I think first and foremost, man, we got to acknowledge where we are. I mean, I'm assuming you're talking about us right here.
Yeah.
Right? This country.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
And it to some degree it matters to us other places. But for here right now, we need to understand where we are. I know we know where we are, but we need to understand where we are in terms of it's two worlds here. I don't care how they try to sugarcoat it, we're in two different worlds. And we got to move accordingly. There's systems in place that we had no control over. but we can create our own system within that system so we can be on top. First of all, I think we need to save more, spend less. Right? Save more, spend less. Take care of your needs and a little of your wants, but take care of your needs. You don't have to have the latest of everything. You know, big clothes, bags, cars. You don't have to have the latest everything. Just my opinion now. I'm not telling folks what to do. I'm just telling them, you know what I mean? I'm giving you a page out of my book. That's how I move. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Live below your means, you know, have that cushion. If you can afford something for $250,000, that don't mean you get that. Get something for less. Give you some cushion, you know what I mean? Just in case cushion, you know, something happened, the job might just, hey, we don't want you no more. You know what I mean? Have some sort of cushion, you know, and have some consideration and respect for each other, man. It don't cost much to me to be considerate to someone that looks like me, you know what I mean, and respect them. It don't cost anything. And I only say that because of a piece going online. I don't know if you see, but the guy punched the woman like 4 times and the son shot him. Yeah, consideration, respect, that would have never jumped off. But, you know, but basically I feel that's what we have to do, man, because it's two different worlds we're living in. The systems are in place, but we can still do our own part to create our own personal system to really, you know, live within and flourish. That's what I believe, you know.
Okay. Well, Coach, I'm gonna stop you right there and kind of piggyback a little bit on some of the things that you said, and because I agree. I definitely agree, especially when you begin to talk about the system, because a lot of us does not understand the system.
Okay.
A lot of us does not understand the system. Now, it would be great if we could come together, because together we're powerful people. And you know, if you just study history, we're powerful people. But we've been rocked to sleep, though. You understand? We've been rocked to sleep. And like you said, one thing, we don't understand how the system and how religion has divided us. You understand what I'm saying?
I got you.
Yeah, how the system, because you can get some people that's so religious to the point where they so heavenly bound to their no earthly good. And what I mean by that is, here it is, you have joined onto a belief, but if your neighbor is not the same belief as you, and then you will keep yourself disconnected from that neighbor when you and that neighbor could come together and be a powerful force moving us forward on something. So I think one of the things definitely we have to do to move forward as a people is we have to start working on ourselves as individuals. You know, and then be able to look at organizations, examine that organization. If you think that organization is doing something in a great cause, for especially people of color, then join a hope to that organization. Can you imagine if all the people who get up and is part of a religion or go to church, if they joined onto a cause or a mission? That'll be so powerful. You understand?
Yeah, that's very true.
Where we understand where certain causes that we need to address is attached to facts. Where we get up every Sunday and we have joined on to a belief that is not moving us in a group. I don't see where a belief is moving us anywhere as a group of people. Now, your belief and your connection to your higher power, in my opinion, that is a individual relationship that you should have. And now, if you have joined onto a religious group, then I would love to see my religious people take hope to whatever religion you are part of, because a lot of religions, they have some great things. Take a hope to those great things and let me see the work of that religion in our people moving forward. I don't see it. I don't see no religion right now. I don't see no religion right now that's moving our people as a collective group forward. Because if you if you're a Hebrew Israelite, if you're a Christian, if you're a Muslim, if you whatever, you're taking your group of people. See, we're not coming together. You're taking your group of people and saying, well, this what we believe, this the way we move. You see how we divided? And so until we come together as this color, like Malcolm said, and you spoke on Martin and Malcolm the last time we came together, these were men who tried to make a difference. And they had people who did not agree with them or didn't like them. But at least I can say they tried to do something further as a movement to make a difference. What you think about that, Coach?
That is true, man. I think gone are the days where, I mean, we can only hope, but I don't think it will ever be a day where you can say either religious organization, even a civil rights organization, can bring us together. I really believe, man, we'll be forced to come together. You know, we got to work on ourselves individually and immediate circle and let that expand. And I think circumstances and consequences are going to force us to come together. We have no choice. You know, I mean, when you think about economics right now, man, we can't run away from it. Right. You know, right. Can't run away from it. I just saw some brand new townhomes start at $265.
Okay.
These are townhouses starting at $265. You know, 5 years ago, townhouses were $120, $130. They're twice the price, man. You know what I mean? They're not going to go down significantly down. No, that's the benchmark we're working with. You know, look at the rent. You know, $1,500, $1,700 a month for a one-bedroom, man. Who can afford that by themselves? You know, so I think we'll be forced to come together. You know, circumstances gonna dictate that. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong, but that's what I'm seeing.
You know, I hope. Now I use that word hope. I hope that something can come about to bring us together. But the problem that I'm seeing is that which you're speaking on, once we get priced out and a lot of us can't afford it, now I'm seeing more crime. Because now when you can't afford it and they pricing you out, a lot of times, and of course I got 22 years where I've dealt with nothing but killers. So I want to make that very transparent. So I want people to understand where I'm coming from. That when we go into an animalistic mindset, because we're not ready to move with the times or move with how the system is setting things up, then we go into robbery, killing. Sometimes it calls for things to get worse instead of getting better if the people are not being educated and being prepared for what's coming. You understand what I'm saying? So instead of it, I wish it could bring us together. I wish it could bring us together. But I see it dividing us even more, because take that young man that's not ready, haven't prepared himself. people haven't joined the organization to reach out to these children to prepare them for what's ahead. Now that young man is an adult now. So now people don't look at him as a child to help him as he can get help as he was a child. Now he's an adult. They looking at him different, but he has to survive. So if he's not educated, if he's not economically ready, then a lot of times, coach, it's sad, but it's a fact that they go into an animalistic mindset, and then they become, and they be willing to do anything to survive. And that's one of the things Dr. King even said as time went on. He made it very clear when he said, I feel like I've let the Negro down because I was working to integrate, but I should have been teaching the Negro economics.
Yeah.
He definitely said that. And you can see as King, well, of course, we know him and Malcolm at first, they was at odds, okay? But then King rhetoric began to change as time went on, you know, and he seen that more of what Marcus Garvey and now Malcolm, I understand a little bit more of what you're saying. And then once you see Malcolm and King begin to come together, they saying, whoa, we can't let this force come together. Because you got to understand, a lot of people, and me growing up, I couldn't understand this because King was not one of my number one guys. Hell, my last name King. So he was one of my number one guys, but I couldn't understand why people did not like him when I was younger, because it seemed to me, dang, he's trying to help us as a people. And he did a great work. But as I got older, I began to understand why a lot of people was upset with King, because King was moving us into a European system. You understand? So now I see why a lot of people was upset when Malcolm, when they came along right after the Depression in 29 and began to build this Nation of Islam with Fard Muhammad and Elijah Poole became Elijah Muhammad. Now I see where they're trying to take the black man, take the religion of Islam. We're not dealing with the Jews. We're not coming from Christianity because we're calling that the white man religion. So we'll deal more with Islam. And then we'll work to clean the black man up. So I began to understand and rock more with the teachings of Marcus Garvey and listening more to Malcolm. But just think, that was way back in the 60s. And we're in 2023. And I haven't seen a true movement to move us forward as a people. Because now you're thinking, I can vote, it's okay. I can drink out of this water fountain, it's okay. I can eat at this diner. I just want you to see that the things that our ancestors and they fought for, that now we're living good off of it. But now look what we are doing to move forward so that our children behind us can live a better life. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I got you.
These folks put their lives on the line for Negroes today not to do nothing, but to just live more lavishly off of their backs and their fight. But we're not doing nothing to move the fight forward. I just want you to think about what after they killed King in 68, once they got rid of Fred Hampton in 69, coach, 1969, it's 2023, like I said, it's been a wrap since 69. And people want to know why we're in the position we're in, because we're not moving forward as a people. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I got you.
What you think about that, Coach? Let me let you go a little bit. Let me let you go.
Comfortable, man. You know, to some degree, but I don't understand why. To some degree, I think it's comfort. You know, I'm gonna make it do what it do with what's going on right now. I'm not trying to rock the boat. You know what I mean? Like you said, a lot of people say, "I got mine." You need to get your that type of that mindset. You know, but when you look in the grand scheme of things, man, it's easy for us to fall off or get knocked off on an individual basis than a collective group. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You know, so I don't see no. I don't see. You said there's no movement, and I get that, but I don't see no other way other than consequences and circumstances forcing us together because we're not doing it willingly. We're not trying to come together willingly. So it has to be an outside force. You know what I mean? Something beyond our control that forced our hand to look. That's what we have to do. I don't know that. I don't feel doing it willingly, man.
I agree. I definitely agree with you. That's why a little earlier I said we'll have to look at ourselves as an individual. You understand? Because what happened, what happened with us a lot of times, us, if we're not itching, we won't scratch. You understand what I'm saying? So if nothing is bothering us, we are very comfortable. We got to stop waiting on the death of something tragic to happen just for us to go out, cause a riot, act a fool for a week or two, and then once it, and literally, once it die down, we just throw the signs down and just walk on back to doing the same old thing. We got to stop always waiting on something tragic. And that's why when you say, Coach, I think it's going to take something tragic or something to bring us together. Well, hell, every time I see something that brings us together, we act a fool about it for about a week or two. Then once it die down, we go right back into our corners instead of continuing. Voicing our opinions, voicing our facts. That's why I want to do this challenge. And I hope people take a hope to it. Our first of the month challenge for every month, we're going to be doing something to sacrifice or to give up something or to work on some type of discipline. Because, Coach, I'm going to tell you, as a people and as coming together, I was talking to a young lady today. 50-year-olds and up. 50, and I may go a little lower, but I'm going to keep it right there at 50 just for a moment. 50-year-old, if you're 50 and up on a higher scale from what I see, further as us coming together to move forward, it's a wrap. I don't see it happening. This 50-year-old group and up mentally is enslaved to having a good time, partying, selfishness. Like I said, I made it, I got mine, now you get yours. And once you get past that 60, 70, 80, a lot of that mindset is more of a slavery mindset. They stuck in their ways, and it is what it is. It is what it is. Now, this is from my observation. If anybody got anything different, you could shoot me a comment, snfchildren@gmail.com, shoot me but I'm telling you what I see from dealing with us every day. I deal with us in some type of capacity every day. And our children are in trouble. because I'm in the school system. I'm running programs with our children, working programs with our children. And let me tell you something, our parents are letting our children down. And so, in order for us as a people to move forward, that 50 on up, that group won't do it. That group is done. That group is a wrap. I'm saying it. I'm telling you, if anybody got it, show me. Show me. I'm not talking about an individual, two or three, and show me as a system of people that's doing something to make a great impact on blacks. I don't want to hear about one or two individuals. Hell, that's me and you. We grinding. So I'm not talking about that. That's just like right now. People gonna see this video. So when I say, hey, we have a program right here in the city of Atlanta for the youth. Men first, men first. We need your help with these young men in the streets. Come see me, hit me up, snfchildren@gmail.com if you would like to make a difference in a young man's life. I'll let you know how many hit me up. See, facts, facts. I'm letting you know. I did the video on men letting the black community down. I stand on that. All the videos that I put out, I stand on them, coach. We as men, especially black men, we need help ourselves. But if as an individual, we realize, like you said earlier, if we realize that we need that help, then come into an organization where investigate the organization. Don't just be a part of anything. Investigate it. Check it out. Go check it out. But if you see a group of us that's trying to make a difference as a individual, then you need to get with that group to see how can you make a difference. And it's not always financially. We know that it takes finance to run an organization. Absolutely. But let me tell you something. When you begin to ask Negroes for money, for a cause, woo, you can lost them Negroes, coach. But if you ask Negroes for money, for entertainment, for sports, and nothing is wrong with that. But we have to make sure that we get our priorities in line to make sure, yeah, let's go have a good time. But let's make sure our people are good while we're having a good time. Let's not just be having a good time and then things are raggedy with our people. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I got you.
What you think about that?
Just balance, man. It's about balance, you know. To a certain degree, we are out of balance, you know. It's more the entertainment, more the like you talking about a challenge, right? If you go on and just pull up a challenge, what challenge you gonna see? It's gonna be dancing. It's gonna be you know what you're gonna see. You know what I mean?
Well, hold on, coach. Hold on, coach. I'm glad you said that. Hold on. I'm glad you said that. When we do this challenge for the first of each month, I don't want that. I want a challenge that you've been struggling with, that you've taken on a challenge. I don't need to see who can dance the best, who can smoke the biggest cigar. I don't want that mess. I'm talking about a challenge that if you take, say you've been struggling with starting a business, and not, because I did a video on one of the hardest things to do is for us to get started on something and then continue it. That's one of the hard. So okay. So when I put out videos like that, they don't get a lot of views, and those are the ones that be getting the views. But go out and look at the mess that's getting views. It lets me know as a people, we're not focused. So on this challenge, I want you to work on something that's going to take your life to another level. I want you to work on your self-control, your discipline. I want you to work on the things that that you've been shooting after, but you just hadn't got it right just yet. You understand what I'm saying? It's just I do different things throughout the year. All year I'm doing something different. And I took just June the 5th. I said, well, I'm gonna do my 7 days of no meat. I don't want to put no meat in my body. So now from that June the 5th up to right now, I'm on my 3rd week with no meat in my body. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know if I ever went 3 weeks straight with just no meat. So I want people to take a challenge. When I call it a challenge, I'm not talking about entertaining. I'm talking about something that you can do that, say you've been wanting to exercise, you've been wanting to work out, okay? So now I need to take at least 20 minutes a day, each day, and I need to exercise because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to spark a flame.
I got you.
Yeah, so I'm glad you said that. I don't need no challenge or you can shake your booty to this and that. No, the challenge is take the challenge for something that will move you forward or that you can join a hope to that'll move us forward as a people. I'm glad you said that, Coach. Continue.
But and that's the issue right there. I mean, most of us are not there to receive what you're talking about. You know what I mean? We're not there, you know, because if we were, we would see more things like that, you know, challenges to elevate us in some way, shape, or form. But we stay in, you know, the dance and the comical stuff, you know. I mean, it's just saturated with that, you know. I would hope that we would grab onto what you're talking about, that kind of challenge. I would hope so. But if I had to bet, I bet against us, man.
But and you know what? I'm glad you said
it. I bet against us. I'm just being honest. Yeah, yeah.
I'm putting the challenge out there. I'm gonna have people to comment, shoot me an email, let me know what the challenge. We're gonna see, is anyone gonna take the challenge? You understand? And let me tell you something too, Coach. I put a lot of this information. I just said earlier that 50 on up, really until we change our mindset, that 50 age group on up, not gonna do anything. We're not gonna see any different. They comfortable. They've been rocked to sleep. They're not gonna do anything to make a difference. If you're doing something to make a difference, share it with me, no problem. From 50 down, now you got to go in there and take different age groups because they doing their own thing. They, you know, we can talk about that later. These different age groups, they are definitely doing their own thing. So I hope that the youth, the this information that I'm putting out, I hope that our younger people can grab a hold to it. Because what I'm putting out, Coach, is facts. I can bag a lot of this up that I'm putting out. And then if I get to the point, it ain't that I can't bag it up. If it's my opinion, then I share with you that it's my opinion. You give me your opinion, and then we'll move on. But when I put this information out there, it's facts. It's something that can be proven. You understand? Say, I can't come out here and just give you just line you fat. I put this information. Now, if you call me out, anytime you want to call me out, snfchildren@gmail.com. If I've said anything in your opinion that's wrong, then come on, we can come on the show and we can discuss it. I have no problem with that because I haven't said anything wrong. Trust. So I'm hoping that our youth and our children eventually will begin to get this information and change the trajectory on how they are growing up and their mindset. And I hope, that word again, that it's a group of people because there's a target audience. Everything is not for everybody.
Everybody, yeah.
So I'm hoping that there is a group of people from that 50 up that a light would go off or a bell would ring to make them say, you know what? I need to check into that, you know? Maybe I need to take a look at myself and see, is he right? If he's wrong, he just gave me his information. Let me hit him up and chop it up with him. But if he's right And he's telling me that if I do the things that he's putting out there, it'll help change my life and I can go to another level. Wow, I need to see what I need to see. He telling me it's facts that if I do these things that he's saying, it'll change my life. He's not telling me to join a belief. He's not telling me send my money in. He's telling me that if you do this right here, it'll take your life to another level. Facts. And we'll see who grab a hold to it. We'll see, Coach. I'm gonna give you the last word, Coach.
It's free, man. You talking about grabbing hold of what you're saying? It's free, it's not costing you anything. And you know, I always end with talking about self-improvement, taking yourself to another level, in every aspect of your life, being a better person tomorrow than you are today, or even you were yesterday. That's what it's about, man. Life keep going on, so you can't be the same person as life keep progressing. You got to pivot and move, accordingly, so that you can, fit and be successful within the realm of things. Whether it's a system, you can dismantle or not, you can still create your own little system and, surpass all the, I guess you can say, the negative stereotypes that are placed upon us. So that's it, yeah.
All right, Coach. I won't touch that. That's great. That's a great closeout. And Coach, every time you give this great closeout, I really hope that they're taking heed to what you're saying. And that's what I was saying about that 50 on up. They're not listening. They hear you because they have ears, but they're not listening because I don't see them responding. So I'm gonna leave it right there, Coach. I appreciate you once again for your time. Much love, and we'll come back together soon. Take care, Coach.
All right, you too, man.